Good evening and welcome to a Sunday edition of Big Talk, a program where we highlight political issues concerning Nigeria. My name is Ubong Osora, welcoming you to the show tonight. On today's edition of the show, we'll take a spotlight at Rivers State. The drama seems to continue, but now we have Governor Similaye Fubara, who is back in Rivers State, and we saw the governor earlier in the day attend a service for a commemoration of the Armed Forces Remembrance Day that we're having all across Nigeria. All right, so tonight on the show, we'll try to dissect and look at the issues. What are the issues that the Majid Amuele-led House of Representatives is bringing, House of Assembly is bringing before saying that we are proceeding with this impeachment? We saw a letter yesterday by the person who speaks for the House of Assembly. He says the Rivers State House of Assembly will continue the impeachment process. We've also seen letters from the APC, the state spokesperson of the APC in Rivers State, saying that the party does not support, the House of Representative members, House of Assembly members who at the moment are also APC members to proceed with the impeachment process. All of this will be highlighted tonight on the program. But let's go for a short break. And when we're back, we'll get straight into our discussion for tonight. Stay with us. Very good evening and welcome to another exciting edition of Big Talk. Tonight on the program,
as always, it's a pleasure to have you. Join us here on Global Morning. I'm Uyi Alpo.
You know how we do it on Social Post Extra, bringing you all the...
On the desk this evening, we have very topical issues to discuss. And of course...
Welcome to your parliamentary program, The Parliament.
Peaceful and joyful home doesn't happen by chance. It is built on...
Women can rise beyond traditional boundaries to claim their rightful place as
a numerous committee, about more than 12 committees.
Face to Face is a program that comes to you once in a week at about this time, where we look into issues and discuss them. It gives you the opportunity to
world news in United
Welcome
Nigeria
to Entertainment Circle. And trust me, today you're about to get entertained.
Hello everyone and welcome to the program Talk Sports here on Global Television.
Talk Zone is that platform where we bring young and talented artists.
Stay tuned, stay inspired, stay with Global Television on DSTV channel 365, on Star Times channel 276.
Welcome back to the program now. So joining us to help make sense of this discussion as we look at Rivers politics, Governor Fubara and Assembly face-off is a former PDP Youth Alliance coordinator in Rivers State, very respectable Honorable Churchill Wali, who's joining us from Port Harcourt tonight on the program. Honorable Wali is also a former councillor, Ward 12, Iguruta in Ikwere local government area in Rivers State. And he's still, at least at the moment, he's still in the PDP, where the Minister of the FCT is still a PDP member. As we are going to be having conversations around how strong is the PDP in Rivers State, what is the problem between Governor Fubara and the Martin Amoele-led House of Assembly, and what is actually happening in Rivers State at the moment. So those are conversations that we hope to be having tonight on the program, as I try to bring in Honorable Churchill Wali. Honorable, if you can hear me, good evening and welcome to the program. Can you go ahead and unmute your mic? Honorable, what? All right, so absolutely. Go ahead. Good evening and welcome to the program. Please, can you unmute your mic, Honorable?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me clearly now? Can you hear me?
We may need to try to reach Honorable via other means at the moment. Okay, so as I said earlier, today on the program, we will be talking about Rivers State politics and what is happening with Governor Siminalayi Fubara, who has actually moved to the APC at the moment. Governor Fubara is a member of the All Progressive Congress, the APC. And Governor Fubara is also very strong, saying that he will be supporting our president. That's President Bola Ahmed Tinubu comes 2027, and this is also something we've seen with the FCT minister, who has been touring around Rivers State, saying he will also be supporting President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. These are conversations that is heating up the political space in Rivers State at the moment, and people are asking questions. Why are we having this back and forth in Rivers? We've had it before, where the president even had to come in to try to settle the issues, and it kept on festering when we saw a state of emergency on the 18th day of March was declared in that particular state. We've not seen any state in Nigeria that we've had a state of emergency declared, but it was declared in Rivers State. And when the governor came back, we thought all is done. But it seems there's still the storms are still raging as far as Rivers State politics is concerned. Let's go for a short break, and when we're back, hopefully we'll have Honorable Wali join us as we have this conversation tonight. Please stay with us. All right, so let's see if we are able to fix those technical issues that we have and bring Honorable back. Honorable, if you can hear me, I said, good evening, welcome to the program. We can switch to a call at the moment as we try to bring in Honorable Wale into the conversation as we're having some issues at the moment. Honorable, if you can hear me, please go ahead and speak to us. Good evening, Honorable Wale, and welcome to the program. How is Rivers State tonight? On the news of recent concerning Governor Fubara Martin Amuwa-led House of Representatives and the issues that are happening in that particular state at the moment. And we thought that all has been solved. You know, the issue started, we saw December 2023, the president, you know, intervened between Governor Nyesom Wike and Martin Amuwa, where they had this kind of gentleman agreement. And we also saw March 18, the president declaring a state of emergency in your state. And after the state of emergency, Governor Fubara said, yes, all is fine and we are good and we are kicking. But it seems that's not the case. As Assembly have said, we will continue with the impeachment processes. What is happening and what has led to the issues that we are still facing now in the state?
What has led to the issue is a normal process. It's something that is called politics. So there is nobody that every politician will see what is happening as a normal thing, in the sense that the power tussle is still ongoing. Hello. Hello?
Go ahead, Akane.
Okay. The power tussle is still on. The minister, who is, I don't know, for me, I'm a member of PDP, preparing to join the APC as it stands now because the governor and other politicians, the House of Reps, and everybody is trying to join APC, like they have joined. But for me, I told you last time that I'm still a member of PDP. I've not fully registered as an APC member. So I'm still a member of PDP. The tension in Rivers State is being ignited by the FCT minister, who ordinarily should be called the father of the state politics now. But due to the way and manner the things is going, everybody is not short. We, the River citizens, most of us are not happy with what is happening, because the 6 months emergency rule, the state of emergency, affected the projects in River State. And hello? Hello?
Go ahead.
Okay, the 6 months emergency rule affected the projects in River State. And we believe that after that 6 months emergency rule, that the reconciliation has been concluded and the peace has come. But as it stands now, there is no peace, because the House of Assembly is trying to, let the governor do things that ordinarily, as a politician, when you attend to the position of a governor, you will want to have your way in some certain things. So based on the peace, they want everybody that has followed the governor before this time not to participate in the government of the governor, and also believing that the governor has no right to contest for second term, which is zero. So I believe that it is politics. The winner wins all. As it stands now, the governor is having issue not with the House of Assembly. Let us spell it out clearly, because some persons who want to beat around the bush. The problem is between the governor and the FCT minister. It is very clear that the FCT minister has said it in his visit to some local governments that he will not in any way support the idea of the governor coming back for second term. And the governor is working his way to the second, that is to achieve the ticket of the second tenure. So that is the issue on ground as it stands. So the tension, so what is happening now is that the House of Assembly does not want the governor to continue, because they want to do everything possible to impeach him so as not to allow him go for the second tenure. And that is being ignited, or is being ignited.
Yeah, let me come in, Honorable Wale. One of the things that has been so significant, from the camp of Barton and Moelle, you said the FCT minister, but the FCT minister could say, I'm a minister in the FCT, I'm not in Port Harcourt. But let's stay with that. Is that agreements were made, and one party has consistently overrun that agreement that was made. What are the agreements that was made? Because we keep hearing agreement is agreement. Do you know any agreement that was entered into by these different factions? You mentioned the FCT minister. You are one of the political stakeholders in Rivers State. Can you tell us what are some of the agreements that was entered between the FCT minister, even this last negotiation between the minister and Governor Fubara? Agreements were made, we heard, and what are some of the things you know that were agreed between the two parties?
Okay, let me just sign the agreement, but at least I have the information that was met. One, that the people that worked for the governor are the people that are already working, that is the supporters of the FCT minister, that he should involve them fully in the government. One, that the former chief of staff should not be reinstated as chief of staff, and that the former SSG should not be reinstated. In short, the FCT minister has his list of the commissioners, which the list has been sent to the governor and has been screened by the House of Assembly member, and the governor said, no, this is not the people I will give appointment. That is one. And again, the governor wants his own way. That is the people that he wants to be his commissioners. And those people he wants to be the commissioners, the House of Assembly said that they will not screen those people. That is it. And now, aside that one, we believe that the governor should have submitted the budget of 2026. But like in the last sitting of the House of Assembly members, the emotion was moved that the governor should not bring the budget of 2026. And with that, that is what led to the notice of impeachment. And again, I also got the information clear, like what I told you before this time, that the FCT minister told the governor not to in any way have an interest of coming back for second tenure. And power is like sugar. You cannot test it without swallowing it very well. I believe that the governor has tested it, and he has believed that he will work his way to the second tenure.
Something like this in Rivers State, in Lagos State, where the present president Bola Ahmed Tinubu, where Governor Akinwumi Ambode was governor, and the president wasn't offering him support to come back for second term, right? So it's not new to our politics. We've had governors, Kwankwaso, who didn't do first and second term, had to go and maybe came back later. Akinwumi Ambode, I just mentioned him, and even Governor Fayoshe, right, didn't do a second term immediately. It took some time before he came back. So in Nigerian political space, we've seen it, right? People not offering support and people going to an agreement. Do you think that Governor Similayo Fubara has the political strength to be able to, go into any party, get a ticket and win? Remember that all, like you mentioned, almost all the House of Assembly members are supporters of Chief Nyesom Wike, FCT minister. And the governor seems not to have anybody on his side from the House of Assembly.
Yes, as it stands, the 26 members sitting now are all for FCT minister. But we should also know that that is not the total number of the House of Assembly members of Rivers State. The total number of House of Assembly members, those for the governor, was suspended by the 26 members, and that led to the issue they were having with the governor initially. But I know that since after the emergency rule, that these matters, what the Supreme Court said, everything was stepped down for what that is the agreement that was reached in the presence of the president to continue. But as it stands now, the agreement or whatsoever it is, whether resolution or agreement that was reached in the presence of the president is being boycotted or is being boycotted by the House of Assembly member, and they want to follow the ruling of the Supreme Court and nothing else. But considering what you said earlier, that what is the capacity of the governor, or does the governor have the capacity to go into another party and pick up tickets and win an election? My brother Osoro, nobody will tell you that the governor of Abia State, being what is his name? That one with Labour Party. I'm just forgetting his name. Sorry. That he can be able to win election in Abia State and be the governor today. So everything is possible. It's politics. But what matters is that the major politicians of Rivers State, not that all is with the FCT minister. I wouldn't say all, because there are still lights there are still men that are with the governor, but major politicians are with the FCT minister. That is the truth, and that is the fact.
Can you hear me?
Okay. Can you hear me?
All right, so you talked about the fact that some major politicians are with the FCT minister. Let's look at some of the big political gladiators in Rivers State and the statements they've made. We've seen Chief Tony Cole, who was a former governorship candidate, an aspirant in your state. He has said that Governor Fubara did not defect to the right APC structure, right? And we've seen a lot of former, senators and the rest supporting the FCT minister. Let's talk about structure. What are the things that a politician can do in the state to be able to raise political structures, to be able to move his political ideology in that particular state?
First of all, Governor Fubara will say he lost it from the beginning, where he allowed the FCT minister to gain the ground of planting the local government chairman, which is very, very important. That would have given him strength. And aside that one, aside having the House of Assembly members, the local government chairman, he also have the councillors, and that is the grassroots. But as it stands, if Governor Fubara wants to win election in Rivers State, he has to go back to the grassroots and get some grassroots politicians. Like, since he doesn't have councillors, he will get good and vibrant former councillors and have his own structure on his own. But it is very, very rare. It is a very strong thing. You understand? But one thing is with presidential power, which is not completely possible. It can be possible. But as it stands now, he needs to go back to the grassroots to get the grassroots being united, to put fire in the grassroots, to enable him win election. Because he does not have the local government and the council.
The governor going forward into the future. But let's look at the president. He seems to be very central in all of this. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, right? All of them are saying we support President Tinubu. Let's talk about it. Who do you think President Tinubu will support in this confrontation back and forth? We've even heard reports that the president may likely intervene between Governor Nyesom, former Governor Nyesom Wike, Minister of FCT, and Governor Similaye Fubara. Who do you think the president may likely support if he has to choose one of them to support?
It really depends on the president to make it sense. But when you look at it, it really depends on the president to make a choice. But when you look at it, you can't hit here and leave here. If the president picks up one person to support now, he will kill the political system in Rivers State. But if the president picks up the governor, if the president picks up the governor, he will because let me come to this. It's a national television. You understand? No, it's an international television. I am not really happy that I didn't come live. But let me just tell you one thing. You see, what is happening in Rivers State today will determine whether the president is ready to win the state or not. Because if the president did not caution the activities of his minister and believe that his minister can do it, you know, the electorates are not politicians. I don't know if you get me right.
Yeah, I can hear you.
All the electorates are not politicians. The civil servants are also electorates. And there are village people, there are community, and villagers, and in short, citizens of Rivers State that are not politicians, that are neither public servants or civil servants. Youths of Rivers State, so many of them are electorates. And the politicians are not only the people that will deliver the president in Rivers State. But when you look at it, you will find out that the governor has sympathy as it stands now. He has sympathy of the people because the Rivers people believe that he's being pushed to the wall by his master that brought him to be the governor of Rivers State. So, like, I have gotten information from so many persons. I'm a grassroots. And as a grassroots, I'm always on ground. I've gotten information from so many people. And I know too well that if the governor did not get the ticket of APC and gets another ticket, that so many of the youths of Rivers State and civil servants will vote to that party where the governor comes from. And that is the simple truth. Because the governor has been doing one significant thing in Rivers State that people do not believe. The former governor did not do it. He has been paying the civil servants a stipend, a bonus for Christmas since his inception, since he entered office. He has been paying 100,000 naira. Last year he paid. And this year he has paid, last 2 years he paid, the previous year. Last year he paid. And civil servants are happy with him. So also their families. Because the civil servants come from families. And they are not happy with the attitude or the way that the House of Assembly is following the matter. Because the way the House of Assembly is following the matter is everywhere. People listen to radio and people read newspapers. People watch television. So what I'm saying is that the governor has the sympathy of the people. People are very, very, they are looking not like what the politicians are looking at. The politicians believe in loyalty, while the people believe in stomach infrastructure. Yes, the FCT minister came over for the Christmas and shared rice that he has never shared before, even when he's a governor, when he was a governor. But even at that, the money he's sharing, people believe that he is doing this to intimidate the governor, and which is very, very bad. So what I'm saying is, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has a role to play. The role he has to play
for a very long time in that particular state, that's Rivers State. But I'd like to ask a question now, Honorable Churchill. What is the political viability of the structure of the governor? And you still talk about the structure of the FCT minister. Yes, there are civil servants that will vote, and these persons may not be people that vote at the end of the day. So it's very important that we also look into that segment. But I'd like to ask, as you go around, what are the people saying? There's this thing the FCT minister mentioned, 10,000 jobs that were created by him just before he left office. And he said that the governor has not followed up with those jobs, I beg your pardon. What happened to the jobs? And do you have any information concerning the 10,000 jobs?
Yes, I will tell you the truth. You understand? Such thing happened. But do you know why the governor is not happy with the 10,000 or why it didn't work? To me, I believe that because the FCT minister, he overhandled that issue sentimentally. In the sense that the first job that was given in UST, or the US, that is UST, University of Rivers State University, the first set of job he gave there, he gave it to only his people. And this 10,000 that he's talking about now, 70% is his people. That is the truth. Obiakpo has 70%. And when you are talking, okay, in my community, in Igruta, How many persons is among the 10,000 persons we are talking about? That is it. When you go there, they do this thing based on, political sharing formula, and which is not supposed to be so. I can remember vividly when Amechi, the former minister of super minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency, Right Honorable Rotimi Amechi, when he was the governor of Rivers State, he gave job, 14,000 job. And that job got to even non-indigenous in Rivers State. Both the indigenous and non-indigenous in Rivers State. They got the job. And the process, how they got the job, was very clear. Because aptitude test was given, people wrote aptitude tests, and the list was published, people that passed it. So for this one, there was nothing like that. It was as if it's political sharing, and so many things, in short, I can't say. So many things happened that led to that job. And the reason why the governor cancelled it, maybe he finds out that the level of sentimentalism that is in it was too high. So it is not good that you will say you've given Rivers people something, and the people that got it are your people personally, not the Rivers people. Because we all know what transferred about that 10,000 jobs. So the issue about the 10,000 jobs should not be repeated. If the governor wants to give job, he should announce it. Let Rivers people apply for the job, and let there be standards for giving job. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, as we go forward, I'd like to ask about some other things that those in the House of Representatives have accused the governor of not doing. But I'd like that we'll go for a break. Honorable Wali, thank you so much. Keep staying with us. We'll be right back after this short break.
It's okay.
A very good evening and welcome to another exciting edition of Big Talk. Tonight on the program,
as always, it's a pleasure to have you. Join us here on Global Morning. I am Uyi.
You know how we do it on Teacher Post Extra, bringing you all the...
On the desk this evening, we have very topical issues to discuss. And of course...
Welcome to your parliamentary program, The Parliament.
Peaceful and joyful home doesn't happen by chance. It is built on...
Women can rise beyond traditional boundaries to claim their rightful place as
a numerous committee, about more than 12 committees.
Face-to-Face is a program that comes to you once in a week at about this time, where we'll look into issues and discuss them. It gives you the opportunity to
world leaders in United
Welcome
Nigeria.
To Entertainment Circle. And trust me, today you're about to get entertained.
Hello everyone and welcome to the program Talk Sports here on Global Television.
Top Zone is that platform where we bring young and talented artists.
Stay tuned, stay inspired, stay with Global Television on DSTV Channel 365, on Star Times Channel 276.
All right, so welcome back to the program. We're still talking to Honorable Churchill Wali, who's a former chairman of the Rivers State Youth Alliance and also a former councillor in Iguruta 1 in Ikwere local government area. Honorable Churchill, there is an assertion that people in Ikwere, people of the stock, Ikwere, people in Rivers State, have been in power for far so long, and they do not want people from the riverine areas like Ijo to be in power. Maybe some persons have even said that it's because the governor is from that area. That is why he's having this persecution. I like that you talk about the politics of ethnicity, and is it playing a part in the travels of Governor Timileyin Fubara at the moment?
I have to just, my own is just to tell the truth. Because anything I say, people will hear it and they will know whether it's Honorable Churchill Wali that said this or not. So, really, Ikwere has attained the position of governor for two different sections or two different times. That is 8 years, 16 years. That is for Rotimi Amechi and that of the Excellency Chief Barrister Ian Wike. But I don't think that is the issue. Because when Rotimi Amechi was the governor, he had issue with the president's wife then, being Madam Patient Jonathan. And that matter led to Madam Patient Jonathan coming up with the issue that Rivers State is a state of everybody. When she asked a question in Abuja, just the information I got, who will go for Rivers people? Others kept quiet, and it was only Ian Wike that came up and was sponsored by Patience Jonathan and Jonathan for him to be the governor of Rivers State. I wouldn't want to talk about him remembering them or not. But the issue about Timileyin Fubara becoming the governor, Ian Wike made it very clear that Peter Dele, because we have 3 senatorial zones, and the 3 senatorial zones, we are from 1 senatorial zone. The rivers, we have the Rivers East, the Rivers East, the Rivers South, and the Rivers
Central.
There is the East-West. You understand? West, sorry. So, the other one, Peter Dele has gone, and Rotimi Amechi and Wike has gone from their own senatorial district. So, the only senatorial district that is remaining is not only the riverine that is in that senatorial district. Let's make it very clear. In that senatorial district, we have the Tai, the Ogonis are from that senatorial district. And the Opopo Nkoro is from that senatorial district. And Andoni is also from that senatorial district. So it's not only the riverine. Even in our own senatorial district, the riverines are also part of our senatorial district. But what we believe in Rivers State is the 3 senatorial districts. We don't believe in, I don't believe in that Rivers and Upland dichotomy. So the governor, yes, is from the riverine, but is from a senatorial district that is supposed to go for the governorship of Rivers State, because they have not been there for a while now. Sure, they have not been there before.
Right. So that is absolutely honorable. That is very clear. I'd like to ask now, with the factions going on, are you seeing Mr. Nyesom Wike leaving your party, the PDP? You've talked about the fact that you are still a member of the PDP as of today. Will I be seeing my friend, Honorable Churchill Wale, defecting to the APC in no time? So are you going to the APC? And is the minister, are you seeing Mr. Nyesom Wike also going to the APC?
It is very, very possible, my brother. Politics is a game of personal interest. It's a game of personal interest. I have so many persons in APC now that are my supporters before this time. Right. They are asking me for my decision. You understand? Mm. So I kept on because I want to see something clear. It's also very possible for the FCT minister to go to the FCT, so to go to the APC. Yes, it's very, very possible. We politicians, what matters is interest. If the FCT minister sees that him being in PDP and APC, because he's in two parties, he's in two parties. If he sees that him being in the two parties is not working out, he will choose one. But for me, it is a decision I will make in few days now. Any moment from now, I will take my stand concerning whether I will join the APC or I will remain in my party PDP.
All right, Honorable, let's talk about former Governor Nyesom Wike and the party he is supporting at the moment, right? There is what the FCT minister said, the Rainbow Coalition, a movement that is supported by members of both the PDP and the APC in Rivers State. He said in Rivers there's no political party. We've not heard of that kind of arrangement in our politics before. Let's talk about it. Is it possible that we could have this kind of arrangement, a Rainbow Coalition for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, as he has said it? And also the FCT minister, right, as we've seen him with the chairman of the APC go for that visit at Asari Dokubo's house. We've also seen the APC chairman for the South region talking about Victor Giadon, Honorable, who came out to say so-called governor and speaks almost like in favor of the AFCT minister, even when the AFCT minister is not a member of the APC. So the question, so you could just go ahead and answer, is do you see this Rainbow Coalition working?
The only thing is that let us make it very clear. It's supposed to be very clear. June 2003, I made a post. I can remember, I made a post. June 2003, I said that they want to destroy. That post I made, I saw it coming. Because you cannot come up and you say you're a PDP member. Party is party is the highest, is the most powerful. Party has so much power when it comes to politics. Now, you are a member of PDP and you left your party to support another presidential candidate because you were not given the presidential ticket. And that does not show the spirit of sportsmanship. I told them that yes, there is something coming up after the election. So now it has gotten to the area where the party could not hold it again. Because as it stands, I don't think PDP is working again, just like what I'm saying now. But PDP is supposed to be a very strong opposition. I can remember vividly what happened during our convention, sorry. It's what happened during our convention that killed the party. Because when you are playing a game, and you don't want it to be very clear to people, Tambuwa, Atiku, and others couldn't have played what they played. Even if Tambuwa wanted to support Atiku, he wouldn't have come openly to say, I am dropping down for Atiku. He would have, after the evidencing, he would have gone to vote. He would have told the people to vote. Not to come openly. That is what kept PDP in the coma where it is now. Now, after that, if Atiku had won directly after the whole process, without that we are coming to make that speech, Wike would have accepted it because he wouldn't have known where whatever happened to him came from.
Right.
And they would have worked together as a party. Now, Wike did what he did, believing that the party has failed from not observing that particular issue that happened. So, the rainbow issue is not what is happening. What is happening in Rivers State is that during the local government election, they came up with the idea of picking the parties, taking form with two parties. Like in Obiabo is PDP. We have about 3 local government or 2 local government that is PDP. Then the rest is APC. Because Wike is prepared to join the APC. Let's make it very clear. It's not a rainbow issue. It is that what we have in Rivers State is not a party, but it's Wike supporters.
Right.
It's not a party.
Right. That's very...
The APC chairman and the PDP chairman are Wike supporters, not a party.
So as I end the program now, because we're out of time, Honorable, I'd like to ask, how did he amass this kind of supporters? What did he do to have both the APC and the PDP? Like you said, both the APC chairman and the PDP chairman in Rivers State seems to be supporting FCT Minister Nyesom Wike. How did he get these supporters? And your last words on the program.
Yes, we came from GDI, Grassroots Development Initiative. And when we came from GDI, we came with a force. Wike is somebody that gives. His hand is open. Let's make it very clear. It is very understood that Wike's hand is open. He can give. It's only God in heaven that Wike cannot give to change his mind.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Honorable Churchy Owali. Always ready to speak to us on issues in Rivers State. I will hope that when you get to Abuja, I would like to have you live in the studio. Thank you so much, Honorable. I wish you all of the best. If you are defecting, you have to pay us to come to a special coverage for you leaving the PDP to the APC.
No problem. Thank you very much.
All right, so that's the size of our program for tonight. Remember, Nigeria is our country, and we must continue to love this country. My name is Ubong Musari in Abuja, saying love Nigeria and do the right thing. Bye for now.